Hey, this is Sharon with DesignerDIY, and today I'm going to show you how I made this cute carrot wreath for Easter. This is using one of our carrot wreath attachment kits that's available on our site. This one is the sequin one. It should be getting listed sometime this week. Our other kit we have is like a velvet. You are going to start with an evergreen base, and you're going to cut your mesh into 24-inch pieces. For this wreath, I only used lime faux jute for the mesh, and it's a 10-inch mesh. It's available on our site. And like I said, you cut your pieces into 24 inches, you ruffle them, and then I'm going to add them into the outer edge of the wreath first. Once we finish putting the mesh around the outer edge of the wreath, we're going to go ahead and start adding it onto the inner edge of the wreath. Once all of the mesh is in the wreath, the next step is the ribbon. I have two different groups of 2 ribbons. They're cut at 14 inches. You're going to take one of each of the ribbons from the first grouping, and you're going to find the center point, pinch it, and you're going to twist it into the outer edge of the wreath right on top of where we added the mesh. In the next section, I'm going to grab one of each of the next group of ribbon, and I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to go all the way around the outer edge of the wreath, alternating between the 2 groups. After we finish adding in all the ribbon around the outer edge, we are going to add on our carrot. When you make these, they have the wire still attached, and I'm going to use that to just tie it directly onto the wreath frame. And I am kind of angling it on the wreath. After you attach it, you're going to add some ribbon around the remaining front circle of the wreath. I have 3 different groups of ribbon, and there's 2 different ribbons in each group. So I'm going to grab one of each ribbon from the first group, make an X, pinch across the center, and I'm just going to twist it in. And I'm starting on one side of the carrot, and I'm just going to work my way around the front, just alternating between the 3 different groups of ribbon. And I usually try to hide the pine branch as best as I can so it doesn't show. So I kind of just twisted it under the ribbon. Now I'm going to go on to the next grouping, and I'm going to grab one of each of those ribbons, and I'm going to do the same thing until the whole front of the wreath is filled. The next step is going to be adding in some of these harlequin swirl picks. I'm going to add them into the top, one in the top corner, and the other one's going to be on the opposite bottom corner. And you just kind of want to figure out where you want it, and you just poke it directly in, and you're going to use the stem to twist it around the frame of the wreath. When you're making a wreath, every pick you use is kind of different, so you just have to do what's best to get it anchored in so it's not going to go anywhere. I'm also using some of the pine branches on top to secure it around the top. And these are all bendable. And then I'm going to add the next one into the bottom opposite corner, and I'm just going to do it the same way. And these picks are also available on our site. The link is in the bio. Next, I have these swirl ball picks. They're lime, orange, and black. And I'm going to cut them shorter, and then I'm going to add glue to them and just kind of poke them in randomly throughout the wreath. You just want to spread them out around it. We also have these picks available. Now, to help spread out the harlequin pattern from the pick, I have a couple pieces of ribbon I cut into 22-inch pieces, and I'm just going to add these in the other corners of the wreath. And I just twist it right in. That way there's kind of that harlequin pattern throughout, and it's not only on the picks. I hope you enjoyed watching this quick tutorial. If you want, all of our wreaths are available for purchase, and we also sell all the supplies used to make them. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment, and happy crafting!